All right. Get your beverage. What did you scare away? Mm. Right. Right. Ah.
Witchcraft.
Really, crows just tend to be interested in cars.
So bad.
Uh, every time we mention Game Pass, do you want me to do this? Yeah. You gotta skedaddle. Yo, that furry has different connotations nowadays. Yeah, zoom in. Dramatic zoom.
Oh my god.
Yo, it's like that time where you had like a nothing accident. Yes, yes, and you went on about it for weeks. Yo, yo, you sounding like a Brit right now.
I don't even know what it is.
It looks interesting. Yeah, it does. It looks like Chivalry 2 or something.
But why don't you like it?
Dooby 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 doo. Where are you? Hey, it's cold here. Not as cold as. Yeah, and given how short of a time you sleep, that's even more worrying. Oh, how long? What? Got like 7 hours of sleep.
Doing good. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I played. Um, Modern Warfare 3, been practicing Warzone still. And then I finished Hi-Fi Rush yesterday. Such a good game. I've never played a game like it. So I was kind of intrigued. Graphically, I thought it was fun. It's quirky, like if you actually take the time to interact with like all the little robots and stuff around, like there's lots of funny little conversations that you can like come across. I came across a couple that were stuck inside of, I don't know what they were called, but they were like the giant metal things and they were like hanging out of it and I hit the thing and I rescued a robot. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that I could do that. Would have been doing that more often. That was like end game when I discovered that. So I was like, well, um, so the story was really good. The final quest for me, I was just like, wow, that's like a really cool ending and like the moral of like, even though you might be different or considered losers as far as like how the game was, that you can come together and still accomplish your goals. So it is like a yeah. I was like, oh my God, this game is so good. It was so good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know that I've like it was just a fun game. I don't know if I've had like that much fun just playing a game along to music in a long time. So the combat was interesting. I actually didn't really like you could buy all the extra moves and stuff. I didn't really buy all the extras. I just played.
Okay.
So, I mean, I upgraded a couple of things here and there, but it's hard to save up the cog wheels and stuff, but
Okay.
it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to I don't know if I played Disney Dreamlight this week, but I have been still getting on that every few days and playing, so.
I was friggin' muted for the first little bit of that. Just throwing that
Oh
out there.
no.
Yeah, the boys hooked me up. Thank you guys so much, Hard Dogs, and thank you to the Sloth Man too for letting me know. So yeah, well, you guys could hear Curvy, you could hear Lee as well, so that's a bonus. You don't have to hear me. Yeah, I was saying that you got that after school special experience once you beat the game, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't expecting that out of that game.
no, but it is so. Hi-Fi Rush is such an amazing game. Little free game on you played it and beat it, Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I beat it before you.
yes, it's so stinking good. It's so much fun. All right, anything else, Kirby?
Nope.
All right, excellent. Okay, and joining me as usual, it's Lee. Lee, James, get in here if you want to. That's what I said earlier. I apologize. My microphone was not on. Get in here if you like. Lee, joining us as usual. We've got Lee. Lee, how are you doing? And what have you been playing this week?
I'm doing awesome, and this week I played Gears 5. I've been trying for Gears 5. I've been trying to do more of different classes.
Okay.
Um, because I've reached the
Excuse me.
peak
Sorry.
of the pilot, and it's still my favorite class. I just want to try out different things.
Okay.
Um, Yesterday I tried out the Jack class,
Okay.
and I think I'm gonna use that one in the next gear stream.
Oh,
So,
it's not bad playing as Jack though. It's a pretty
mm,
cool
mm,
character. It's pretty unique with the experiences he can do. So, plus I think
yeah,
he's good against a matriarch with kind of stunning or whatever.
yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, cool. All right, anything else?
I played, I played Warzone 2 with you guys.
Yep,
A lot of good games, not so many wins.
it's all
You
good.
Um,
didn't have to bring that part up.
Yeah,
hey, I'm having a lot of fun, so it's
I
a win
am
for me.
too, but I
And
want to win.
and that and it annoys Paul when I say that I have fun, even though we're not winning.
I play to win.
Even though that's kind of the point of the game.
It is not. There's a winner for a specific reason. There is an end point to each match, and the goal is to get to the end point of each match. Not like, hey, I got 15th out of 100. Yay, that's great. No, you want one. You want that first place. That's what drives me. I drive to be the best, but I'm just not. So when I get wins, they're special. I just want that feeling over and over.
And this week I've done chapter 1 of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes. All right. What are you thinking about Red Dead yet so far?
Well, I've played a lot of GTA 5 and GTA Online recently. So coming off of that and going into this, where you have like a horse, you're in rough terrain, you have stamina bars. It does feel a lot slower naturally, but like I'm getting into the story now, and it's actually really good. The stuff that you can do in terms of like the interactions, that's great. Graphically, it's so good.
Yeah. Do you have a 4K TV?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
It's really really good.
Yes.
But I've done chapter 1. I think it's out of like 6 chapters, and then there's 2 epilogues from what I've looked at. But chapter 1 is by far the shortest.
Yeah.
Like half as long as any of the others.
Yeah.
So it's I got a big game ahead of me.
Yes, you do.
And it's pretty exciting. I liked that at the end of chapter 1, we started in like a new camp, and you had the choice to antagonize or greet people, and I just kept antagonizing people. And it
Oh
was just,
no!
and it was so funny. And at one point, I antagonized Dutch, and then someone else smacked me on the back of the head and thrown me out of the camp. I woke up outside the camp.
I've never done that. That's so
See,
funny.
I always played so nice.
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Like, I'd always go pay my bounties if a mission required that I had a bounty, and
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know all their names, but there was the chef, who was like a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And I antagonized him, and you say a line, and then they say a line, and then you say a line. It's like, so I said, did they find you out at sea? And they say, oh, not this again. And I said, with the other walruses. And
that's amazing.
So
I've never experienced any of that. And this game's been out for over 5 years. I think it's been over 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's flipping funny. Well, that's cool. You're experiencing different things than what Kirby and I have.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. I've been playing on stream Warzone, Gears 5, but off stream I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, surprisingly. I think I'm almost I think I'm almost 200 hours into the game. I'm almost at the end. I just beat I think I just beat the second to last boss, but I don't know. Her name's Orin. She's a demon. I just beat her, and I was super excited. The problem is I had to get ready for this podcast, so I'm like, frig, because you get into the zone when you play this game, and you don't want to do anything else than just play this game. So I had to get ready for the podcast, and so she's laying dead. Right now, she's laying dead in front of me. I haven't looted her body or anything, and so I just saved it. Oh, you loot everybody's body that you kill. You do. Because there's so much good stuff on bodies. So much good stuff on bodies, if I can say that. And it's true.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. No, I'm not. But in the realm of Baldur's Gate 3, if there's a dead body there, you go loot it and see if you can find a key, find some gold, find some little armor that you could sell for 400 gold or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. I'm almost done the game, I'm pretty sure. Then I can get into some other stuff. Hopefully. I'm actually excited to get into other stuff, but I'm probably going to have that, because there's really nothing.
Post-game depression.
I will. Yeah, post game depression. That's got to be a real thing. I think that's clinically proven to be a real thing. Post game depression. I like
I
that.
did see for Baldur's Gate 3 that it's not going to be on Game Pass
No, no, it won't.
What?
And
because they don't want to take away from the Game Pass the in-game currency type of thing, I guess. Like they feel like it would disrupt that environment because it's like one of those games, I guess, where I don't know, I've played a few games. um Forgot what it was called. Shoot. It was like an RPG game, kind of reminded me of like Elder Scrolls style and stuff
yep.
like that, but um the game at Terra is what it is called.
Okay.
It's a free game,
Yep.
but it has paid expansions. You have to buy, like, if you wanted a mount, you would have to
Yeah.
spend in-game currency, and I think that's maybe what the article was referring
Yeah.
to.
So they would be totally wrong. Just as a heads up, uh, Baldur's Gate 3 is just a standalone. You purchase it and that's it. There's no in game stuff.
Oh,
There's not
okay.
even a shop. You can't buy anything extra. It's just here's our game. You play it, love it, and that's it. And the dev doesn't want it on right now. The dev doesn't want it on Game Pass because it's already sold a gazillion dollars worth, and that's totally fine. All games don't have to be on Game Pass. Just us as
Yeah,
Xbox
that's true.
gamers want it to be on Game Pass. And Game Pass is a wonderful thing. I was reading something today where a dude said, "I'm thankful for Game Pass because I would not have bought Lies of P if Lies of P didn't come on Xbox Game Pass." So, did somebody's stomach just growl? I just heard. All right, no, so that's the thing. So yeah, Game Pass is not like Diablo where everybody's playing together in one realm. Either. So.
You know how the at the end of the year you had like the like how you have like Spotify Wrapped and it tells you like how
Yes.
many hours of yeah.
Yeah.
So and it did it for Xbox this time.
Yep.
And it told you like your top 3 games that you played throughout the year, hours wise and stuff. Do you think, other than like maybe Gears and Modern Warfare 3, do you think Baldur's Gate 3 will be in that top 3 at the end of the year?
James is too busy
Or
making a sandwich. You leave. I think from what I'm seeing that's coming out, I'm pretty sure that Baldur's Gate 3 will top it. If not, like if I keep doing the battle pass for Modern Warzone or Modern Warfare 3 or whatever, there's a good chance that will do it. But
sure, yeah.
but I think
It's
so.
just because how often we play those games, like Gears
Yeah.
5 and Modern Warfare 3, that will be like a consistent
Yeah.
thing that will accumulate so many hours.
Yeah,
But Baldur's
exactly.
Gate 3, you're getting it done fairly early in the year.
Yeah. I think
But
that'll top
but
it'll top it.
you've plugged in so many hours already.
So I know we're off topic, but I still got to do the DLC for Cyberpunk. I'm still considering jumping into Diablo. We're gonna talk about Sea of Thieves here in a bit. A couple other things. So I've got a full year ahead of me of games. But yeah, we'll see. All right, let's just jump right into Lee news. Go ahead, Lee.
This I mean, we'll talk about it now. Sea of Thieves, its a new mode is proving popular to avoid toxic players. So this new mode is called Safer Seas, which is basically like a private server where you don't play with other players who can sort of kill you and take all your stuff after you spent a long time doing a mission. And it's receiving a lot of positivity right now, which I think is great. You've played it a bit yourself, Paul, and you
Not yet.
weren't so
Not Safer
optimistic.
Seas.
Oh, I thought you did, and you
No.
couldn't.
So
Oh, right.
I haven't played it because I can't command my own ships that I purchased already.
Oh, I thought you tried it out and
No.
then you discovered that. Okay. But well, I mean, I'm not sure if there's going to be an update which fixes that. It is kind of nuts that you can't do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, really, the only
Did
change should be that
did they
that
give a reason for like not allowing that or whatever? I know
Nope.
that they've come out and blatantly said like you can't do
mm,
everything in
Right.
safer seas mode.
Yeah.
Their goal, as far as
Oh
I know, is
no.
mm.
I'm getting a call.
Oh no.
One sec. Shoot.
Thumbs up, thumbs down if it's good or bad. I mean, he can't hear us right now, so we can still talk anyway. So, did you play Hi-Fi Rush on PC?
mm, yep, full PC. It wasn't too bad control wise, a little clunky,
Right.
but it was decent.
I like how all the boss fights in that game weren't the same. Like, because you
Yeah,
had
they all
one,
had
what?
different powers.
Yeah, like one of them was like a typical boss fight. Another one was more like a platforming one, and then the one with Corsica was like parrying, like you had to
Yeah,
parry her attacks. Quite
yep,
like that.
it was cool. Now, because I beat it, I probably won't play it again, but it was a great game.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So good. You do you, man. All right. So,
Well, for I guess for safer seas, like the
hmm,
only thing I've really heard was is that you can't complete everything in
yeah,
safer seas. Like you are eventually going to have to play PvP mode.
mm,
It sounded like they wanted the safer seas to be like a learning space for
yes,
people
yeah,
new to the game or people that aren't used to like maybe driving like me. I've played with you guys a few times. But I don't know
mm.
how to steer a ship.
I don't know either. I
Like so I guess that's where like maybe they don't really care if you can use your own ship.
yeah.
But I
I mean,
also get where Paul's coming from. Like you
yeah,
spent time and money on it, but I don't think they really expect people to go from PvP to safer seas.
sure, yeah.
So they're like it's like a backtracking thing
Mm,
where they meant it to be like a learning
mm, mm.
type of space for new players more.
I mean, like, I kind of have the sort of the mixed opinions on it because really, it's like I get what you're saying because for me, I've played it a few times. Ultimately, I don't know how to deal with the ship. I let Paul and James decide who steers the ship and who navigates, and then I'm just on
I
the ship
scoop
playing
water and
music.
repair holes.
Yeah, like I play music. That's what I do. I just annoy everyone else. But so I definitely get that in terms of the experience wise.
Yeah.
And I definitely do get the frustration of completing like this big mission, getting a load of loot, and then getting absolutely smashed by other players, and then your stuff's all taken. I definitely get the frustration with that. The on the flip side, um, it's kind of the point with like pirating where
Yeah.
you where like you know that is the risk where you do stuff and there is a possibility of you getting pirated yourself. Like, um, so I kind of get that. but to touch on what you were saying, like I'm just going to read it here. As great as safer seas is, though, it's not necessarily meant for high seas, and high seas is the normal mode for the majority of players. Some content can be accessed via the default online mode, such as the ability to become pirate legend. Um, so rare is probably hopping most people graduate from PvP portion of the game where they become more competent at it. So yeah, it's definitely what you're saying, that you can't do everything, like become pirate legend. And Paul has become pirate legend. He's done the game enough to do that.
Right, and now he
I've
just wants to like casually play just because the
Yeah,
game is beautiful. So, yeah. I don't
yeah,
know. I guess like for me, having it as a learning spot I think would be nice, but at the same time, if you can't access the full capacity of what the game is supposed to be, I don't,
mm,
like I don't know if I'll ever be good at steering a boat or like that. I feel like I'd always have to play with friends if I was going to go into online mode. So if you can't
yeah,
access
yeah,
even the full story or the full experience in the
mm,
safer seas mode, it's kind of like I feel like in the PvP mode, like if they could introduce some sort of like skill matchmaking,
mm,
and or like only put ships in there that are the same size as you,
yeah,
um, like so you're
mm,
not like if you are solo sailing, you're not gonna get attacked by a four-man crew. Like if it
yeah,
was
yeah,
only solo players that were in
mm,
your server or whatever. So I feel like they still have some work to do. It just kind of seems like the safer seas is kind of their easy way out of it to kind of
yeah, yeah.
PvP stuff.
Mm.
But
I mean, I'd be interested to see, like, if you could invite other people, but to have their own ship. So it's like, you get
you
to,
can practice battle.
in a sense, or like you get to sail with another ship. So you're in a sense like more of a fleet than you
Yeah,
are like a singular ship. I think
that
because
would be cool
I think
too.
I think the most people you can have on one ship is like four. So if you have like a group of eight, then you have two galleons, or you could have like four sloops. Like it would be. I think it would be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have
But
other news?
yes, I have it. I mean, really, it's touching on what James said during the Gears stream, which was
Oh, there's
UK's
Paul.
big. Yeah. Oh, hello, Paul.
He was just
Hello,
gonna
Paul.
start talking about the UK game thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I mean, we can go to the main topic if you want, because the rest of the stuff that I've already meant, what I'm going to mention, was basically mentioned during the Gear stream, so we
Okay.
can.
So save some of that stuff for next week, Lee. We'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's do this. I just want to say Hogwarts
Paul, you're
Legacy.
muted, I guess,
No,
maybe.
I'm good. I
Oh,
fixed it.
okay.
Hogwarts Legacy. Did we talk about that?
No.
Hogwarts Legacy breaks 14-year Call of Duty Rockstar streak to become USA's best-selling game of 2023. Amazing.
Sweet.
So the top 10 best-selling games of 2023 is Hogwarts Legacy, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Madden NFL 24, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Diablo 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Mortal Kombat 1, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, EA Sports FC 24 for some odd reason, and digital sales are not included.
Well, at FC24, that's FIFA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand why it's on there, but why is it on there? An Until Dawn movie is in
Ah.
the works at PlayStation Productions, and it's done by the same director that did Shazam. Even though Shazam 2 kind
Okay.
of sucked, Shazam 1 was awesome, but he also did Annabelle Creations and a few other
Okay.
like really good horror movies as well.
That should be
Pal World.
interesting.
Check this out. Pal World has the highest concurrent player count of any paid game in the history of Steam.
Wow.
In the history of Steam, Pal
That's
World has the
incredible.
most players all at once. 1.3 million concurrent players, which is pretty huge. So let's jump into. I'm going to give that a go, just as a heads up. Let's jump into Developers Direct. Avowed. What did you guys think of Avowed?
I can be fairly quick. This is one I remember seeing in the other game awards and stuff. I don't know if I will play it. I'm intrigued enough that I might, but graphically, I think it looks cool. It looks like they did a really good job, like on their mixing of colors and different environments and stuff like that.
Right.
They did mention multiple times that you are going to be able to mix and match weapons. So, like, if you want a wand and a long sword or whatever. So the combat style actually looks like it could be fun, and it sounds like you can swap weapon sets. So like you could dual wield 2 wands and then scroll. Well, for me, it would be scrolling and swap your set to have a sword and shield after you've casted a spell or something. It does sound like they are going to insert some consequence-based choices. So like you will decide something and it will have some recurrences in your world that you're in. And then it's coming out in the fall on Game Pass.
It is. Lee, what did you think of Avowed?
Looks pretty interesting. The main turn off for me is that it doesn't seem to be like a multiplayer game, and I think I'd have a lot more fun with other people, with different, playing with someone who has different abilities. And,
sure, that'd be cool.
But as it stands, it looks pretty good. If it's is it going to be on Game Pass or?
Yes, all these are coming to Game Pass.
All of these games,
Yeah, so it's like, there's no harm thing. That's what Game Pass is for,
So I'm pretty sure it's done by Obsidian, which does The Outer Worlds. And if you've not played Outer Worlds, it's a really fun friggin' game. It's really good. But they also did Fallout New Vegas, which is one of the best games in that whole genre. The only thing I didn't like was pistols. No, I can't say the only thing I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that there's pistols. I don't want pistols in my fantasy RPG.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
It still looks like it needs work.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does look like it still needs. It has a way to go, unfortunately. But that's a game right up my alley. I can't wait to play it. I wish it was a little darker, like when they first showed it, but it's all good. Next was Hellblade 2. If you've not played the first part, you got to do it. You owe it to yourself. They're going all out for Hellblade 2. One, it looks gorgeous and mind-blowing. The fact that they consulted a psychologist and other people who have had psychosis issues before they've implemented this in the game. I'm just like, this is going to be amazing because the first one's gorgeous. So, Lee, how about you? Hellblade 2. Sorry. Hellblade 2.
Yeah, looks fantastic. I mean, it's. I haven't played Hellblade 1, so I don't really know that much about the story in terms but it's sort of like it is really interesting to see like the psychological aspect of it.
Yeah, it's going to be gorgeous.
And with it being on Game Pass, there is a likelihood that I will try it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, it's the first one is amazing. Just learn it at first. At first, I was going to give up. I was like, oh, I don't like this. And then something.
Yeah, it's a very weird.
Something was compelling me to keep playing it, and I'm so glad I did because I beat it, and I was like, this is so nice. Trials of Mana. It's not a game for me.
No, I didn't write anything on this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hellblade 2 is May 21st, by the way. They did put a date on it.
Which is cool. And that looks like it's ready to go.
Yes.
Hellblade 2. So
the Mana game. I was like, it kind of reminds me of like Legends of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, but dumbed down to
cartoony,
kids. Yes.
JRPG sort of.
It does feel like
I feel.
What's that, Lee?
It does look like a Nintendo game,
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
that's a
Yeah,
good way to say. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just felt
like
like it's like
mm,
Yeah.
or like was it something like Kingdom Hearts or something
So
like
this game is going to
those games.
be wild, though. People are going to love this game. They've
Sure.
been waiting. The very
1991 or something they were talking about was like the
yeah,
last time.
the first one it came out on Nintendo, I believe it was. I think it was called Secrets of Mana.
There's all kinds of them.
Secrets of
Let's see.
Mana. I think that yeah, Secrets of Mana came out August 6, 1993. So maybe there's a one before that. That came out for the SNES. All right. So anyways, that is just a continuation. People have been waiting for this series. Next one is Aura. So Aura is right up my alley. The only thing I don't like is it's not necessarily a real-time strategy, but it is. So so it's turn based, but everybody finishes their turn on the exact same moment or something like that. So it's different, but it looks so robust, so huge. It looks like it's going to be a great game. It's something awesome that would be for me. I know RTSs aren't for everybody, but building up my kingdoms and armies and whatever, it looks like it's.
It
gonna
looks
be
like
for
a
me.
good game in that category, though.
Yes.
And it
Yes, it
sounded
does.
like they were really trying hard to give people the variety and choice to
Yep.
play their way.
Yep.
That's what I got out of their presentation.
All right, Lee.
And that's coming out in the fall.
Okay, Ara.
While I was watching this one, I was actually getting pretty excited for it.
Oh, okay.
For something that I'd want to play myself. Problem is, it's for PC Game Pass only. PC and PC Game
Yes,
Pass.
it is.
So
That's right. Yes,
Oh,
it
I
is.
it's not
didn't
for
see that.
console,
Yeah, just
which is a big bummer.
it is a big bummer, but how robust it is, it almost makes sense. But PC gaming,
Sure,
if you can
sure.
do it, do PC gaming, man. The endless opportunities of games is there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
The last one, and the dev called it Indiana Jones, but I understand he's like Swedish or whatever. So
Yeah.
Indiana
I kept
Jones.
laughing. I was like, who's Jones?
We're such jerks. Indiana Jones is coming out this year. So let me just get my quick thoughts out there. It looks gorgeous for the most part, and then some scenes don't. The part where Indiana's kind of stuck in the desert and he's got his fist up like
Oh, that looks so good.
it does until he headbutts the dude, and that looks so terrible. And that was my first impression. I was like, oh, that does not look good. The other thing, I'm not sure about combat. It almost seems like it's now James will get mad or people get mad. It almost seems like I'm going to be playing a mobile game. It's just you select this person, I bring them up, I can go pop, 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 or I can stand back, crack my whip. It doesn't seem fluid. It doesn't seem, but they were just showing cuts, right?
Yeah, they didn't show like a very fluid, like full out combat section. It was like just like someone like he used the whip and then it would cut to something else.
Yeah.
And then like you couldn't actually see how that functioned.
Exactly. Hey, look, I've got bloody knuckles. Great. I like that they have that. They're not a AAA developer. It doesn't matter if they're a AAA developer.
No.
It doesn't matter at all.
You can get absolutely phenomenal indie games, and it's like you don't need
Which
a
we
AAA
have.
developer.
So
Yes.
so that I just don't know. But as it went on, the environment started to look 10 times better than what it was at the very beginning. So am I excited for Indiana Jones? 100%. I really am. I'm going to love it. I'm going to play Indiana Jones. It's going to be a good time. But I can see Indiana Jones getting a low score. I can see it.
I think it will end up being average.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna score out of the park by any means. The first thing that I instantly was like, it reminds me of Tomb Raider, so I'll probably play it and enjoy it
Yeah, Tomb Raider's great.
because I like those games. So if it's remotely similar,
Yep.
it looks like it would be because they've got the puzzles and like you have different ways that you can move around the environment. So I think it'll be good enough.
James just said so long as it's not the next Gollum. And I don't know if that'll happen, but I think here's the way it's gonna work. I think, and Lee will get right to you here in a sec. I think graphically it's gonna be great. I think adventure wise and puzzles and story is gonna be great. I think the mechanics for combat is going to be terrible. That's my only. That's my. I'm just hung up on that. I really am hung up on the combat of it, and I kind of wish we were third person all the time. I really do, but I understand that they went first person, and that's okay. And but and I know there's third person elements. So when you do a cut, like a little cut scene, whatever, I'm gonna climb this pole. That wasn't fluid, which drove me crazy. It was all mechanical like this, climbing the pole. I'm like, all right, whatever. But Lee, what do you got?
It's yeah, I think you really touched on some good points, Lee. It's really good. Yeah. By which I mean normally you don't.
I'm gonna let it go, Lee. Water off my back. I'm like a duck today. It's all good.
Um, but uh, but yeah, I mean, I definitely get what you're saying. For me, I think it looks about as good as the beginning of Dials of Destiny, because Harrison Ford did look like a CGI character. Like he did look like a game character
Wasn't he
in the
though?
beginning of that film.
Wasn't it like a young Harrison
Well,
Ford?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, but it looked like a game character.
It still looked
I
pretty
don't.
friggin' awesome though.
Mm,
Stop it.
there's been better de-aging.
Not as good as him swinging through the ropes in the jungle. In the last one,
Oh,
Curse of the Crystal Skull or whatever. Like that was top
oh,
notch CG.
oh yeah, with Shia LaBeouf that
Yeah,
they
Shia
killed
LaBeouf.
off. Yeah, they killed him off in Dial of Destiny
I
off screen
guess.
because
I
he
don't know.
enlisted and stuff.
Is that what they did?
Yeah, that's why he had the divorce and stuff like that because
Because they killed
Shia
him
LaBeouf.
off.
Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, keep going, keep
Yeah.
going. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Shia LaBeouf enlisted and got killed off.
Eh.
But yeah, it's funny. In terms of game, um, I mean, I definitely try it out. I think it will be one of those games where, yeah, it'll probably get some DLC, but that's about it. It won't stay very well maintained,
Okay.
and we probably won't even get a sequel. So
Oh yeah, I think there'll be another one.
you think?
Well, yeah, we'll see. I think so. I think this will get a lot of hype. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let me jump in. There was a teaser on the whiteboard. I didn't notice it. I read up on it. I was like, oh, which is kind of cool. Quake 6 was teased at the Xbox Developer Direct. And we didn't even spot it, it says, during a section of Indiana Jones developer chit chat, where he was saying Indiana Jones. A whiteboard is shown featuring what looks to be Quake 6 alongside the series' famous logo. And I was just like, what? Because Quake is huge, right? It was massive in the 90s. And then it's kind of been a long time, I believe, since any sort of Quake stuff. And so that was on the whiteboard, which was cool. You can see the Quake symbol. And then it was like UAKE, then a number 6. You just couldn't see the Q. So I thought that was a really cool Easter egg, and no doubt that was done on purpose, and Todd we trust. And my favorite part about the whole Xbox developer thing was honestly when Indiana Jones was talking, we had Todd Howard sneak up behind and grab the idol from the first Indiana Jones movie and then like duck away. I really wish he would have replaced it with a bag of sand, but I thought that was really cool and I loved it. Right next to their video game award, which was kind of cool. Kirby, what was your fave part?
I don't know. I'm not like jumping out of my seat for really any of these games,
Okay.
so I don't really have a huge opinion on it. They put the ESO stuff out in a different video though.
Yeah, for
that
some
I
odd
also
reason.
watched.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. ESO's really good though. Lee, what did you think?
I thought it was good overall. I I mustn't have clued in on what the layout was going to be for the developers directs. I didn't think it was just going to be like 5 games.
It's the same as
Um,
last year.
Sure, yeah. I just had something different in my head, and that's
That's
entirely my
understandable.
own fault.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, I was excited for. I think all the games look really good. I was mainly excited for Ara, but like I said, only for PC. But it's understandable that it's on only for PC. But it did shake me a little bit.
Did you say it just shook you?
Shake, yeah.
Oh, okay. Was it jarring?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like rocking a baby to sleep.
All right. Is there anything else before we end here, kids? Curvy, do you have anything else?
Nope. Unless you want me to talk about ESO.
No, not yet. No, we won't do ESO.
That's what I'm
ESO.
excited about, and that
Yeah.
wasn't even really part of it, so.
Not at all. Lee, is there anything else from you?
Other than some other news stories.
Yeah, just
no.
save them for next week.
All right.
That would be really awesome. All right. Kirby, where can they find you on all your socials?
Twitch and Twitter, Kirby_Lass.
Yeah. And Lee, where can they find you on all your socials?
Why you gotta say it like that? Instagram, Discord, Twitch, YouTube, Lee Everett.
Okay. And you can find me on all my socials. I do apologize. Lee Best Paul? Oh, no, sorry. James just did a clip. With all honesty, I allowed Lee to make that comment, and I could have came back, but I didn't. And look, I want to defend myself now, but I'm going to let her go. We're going to let it go. So we'll let you have that moment.
You're like halfway there anyway.
No, Lee, I'm not going to do it. I know you're sensitive, so I'm not going to do it. So you can find me on my social stuff. I do apologize. I got a call.
Burning you up.
I got to go. I got work stuff, so I do apologize for that. And but we'll be back next week. I won't be on call next week. So as for Curvy, as for Lee, and as for me, excuse me, my name. Oh my gosh, I'm dying here. My name is Indiana Jones, and you guys take care. Yeah, ding. All right, shoot. Can't believe I got a call. It's not even critical to what's going on, but it is.
Yeah,
what
but you
it
still
is.
have to do it. So.
I just got to call somebody to say, hey, can you take a look at this server? Because he's hoping 3 to 5 people are able to look into it. So I'll call somebody, and they're gonna be like, why are you calling me? This isn't even critical. But even though it says if its server's not available, it's critical. Beep. Anyways, servers.
Hey, we kept it going talking about Sea of Thieves when you were taking the call.
Good. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I do want to get a Sea of Thieves thing going. I want to try Safer Seas now. I really do. People are loving it. So if I can get past the fact that I can't captain my own ship, then we'll see. But I hope more people do Safer Seas just to stick it to them and say, you know what? This is what people want. They don't want to be trolled and ganked all friggin' day.